Not gonna lie to you, really was digging SmackDown this week over Raw. Raw brought it there at the end. Are we getting what Evan saw coming? The reformation of the Bloodline. Raw really said, yeah, I think so. We got a lot to talk about as we head into the last few weeks for them to really get us for WrestleMania. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It's the Spandex Standups. What's up, buddy?
What's up, dude?
How you doing?
Great. Great. I'm great. The pollen.
I was about to say, you did the pollen pause there for a second.
The pollen is in my face. It's in my brain. It's in my nose. Couldn't be better.
It is that time of year where you're so happy it's nice outside, but you go outside and just start dying.
Just getting hit with it. But we good. We good.
Yeah. Well, good.
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. You know, the house, the studio is on the market, so we'll see how.
Dude, the studio's on the market, guys. Anybody want to buy the studio? Well, you're not going to buy the studio. You can buy the room it's in. You can buy the house it's in, but
you can buy a piece of Spandex stand-up history.
Yeah, buy this house.
We have been in so many different corners of
yes,
the
we
studio.
Have. And this house. We were downstairs. Our first episode was downstairs.
It was. I watched our third episode the other day. And man, what a blast from the past! It was great. We've come so far.
Oh, I bet I'm going to watch some of those back and be like, "Wow!" I bet I'm going to watch one back from last week and be like, "What are you doing, Evan?"
Even if you just watch some of the clips back then, man, it's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny how our because we literally came into this game when WWE was on top.
2 years. We've hit 2 years.
Resurgence.
Right, we're at 2 years with this.
This will be our third WrestleMania.
This will be our third.
Because we got both Cody's. No, will this be our fourth and our third year?
I think third.
Wow.
Hey, we did 40, 41, 42. This will be our third.
Wow. Look at us. Yeah, just go back and look at some of the clips, man. We came up here when WWE was sky high on this rebound, and now we're like, what are you doing?
Now we're like,
A couple news up top things to get through. Razor from AOP made his bare knuckle fighting championship debut.
Wow.
And destroyed the guy.
Good.
Like just bop bop done.
Dude, that's what we need. That's what he needs to come back.
Well, since you know a new venture, you get microphones in your face. You get asked questions, especially about your past if you're a former wrestler. And they asked him, you know, like what happened to AOP, and he said it was a run-in with the he wouldn't say names, but he said it was a run-in with a Wyatt Six member. That they changed the match on the fly, and AOP wasn't digging it, and it caused a kerfuffle. But
backstage,
AOP got thrown under the bus somehow.
Dang. Well. This is all you need is to prove to people that you're a certified badass, and they'll welcome you back with open arms.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't imagine which Wyatt Six member would have that much pull. It had to be Rowan. He's
Probably.
the only veteran of the group, so I don't know. Congrats to Dennis Rodman, 2026 Hall of Fame class. The Worm.
Gotta have somebody big for Vegas, and let's get Dennis Rodman. Let's get a big star.
What's more Vegas than Dennis Rodman?
I like it. I like the call. It's a good call. Spices up WrestleMania. Rock and roll, baby.
I love it. Also, the Legacy Hall of Fame induction this year, Psycho Sid.
Love that.
Happy to see that. Mm-hmm. So that's good. He finally gets in there. Should have been in there when he was alive, but he also chose to no-show a lot of things.
Psycho Sid was in Ready to Rumble.
He was. I loved Psycho Sid back in the day, man. When he came in as Shawn Michaels' bodyguard and then things didn't go right, that was great. Great. All right. SmackDown was fantastic this week, man. I thoroughly enjoyed SmackDown this week, and I hadn't been able to say that in a while. The car crash to start, Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre. I love the memes online of Peter Griffin and the chicken, of them just fighting the whole SmackDown.
Yep. Yeah, it's great. It's going to be a good feud. I mean, it's going to be a great payoff at WrestleMania. I think they both, stand to gain a lot from it. Jacob Fatu's really gotten on the mic with this feud. So I think it's a big money match.
We're seeing his personality come out. I thoroughly enjoy it. And man, yeah, a lot of feuds are talking. These These guys are just beating the crap out of each other. Some feuds are just about brawling, and this is one of them.
This is what we didn't have last year that we wanted. So we're finally getting some of it.
We asked for it to be personal. That felt more personal.
Mm-hmm.
Randy attacking Matt Cardona this week.
Twice.
Matt Cardona was the victim. Another phone call.
Rock.
Or are they saving Rock for the Bloodline? No, that's reforming.
Or Jericho.
That could be so interesting. Please don't
because
let it be
I do
DiBiase
think
Jr.
I
know he got cleared in the charges. Just don't let it be old Teddy DiBiase.
Like, I think they're holding Jericho till like maybe the Monday after, Monday Night Raw after Mania.
We'll just put that clip out about how you called Jericho coming out to confront Randy. So that'll be perfect. I just really hope they nail this, man. Like,
well, Randy's definitely winning the match,
right? But I'm talking about this whole. I'm actually excited about this phone storyline. So I really want it to be a payoff. Like, what if it's just because they keep leaning on the voices in the head? Like, what if he's just talking to himself? That would be a huge.
It's got to be.
For me.
Yeah, there's no way it's Triple H.
No.
There's no way.
Ric Flair?
No. Because again, who would be?
That's what I'm saying. Is this dude didn't have someone close to the chest?
Who'd be saying go after Cody? Could be Rock. Could be Cena.
I don't know.
Could be. Could be Jericho.
Yeah,
if he's coming back.
I truly don't know who it's going to be, and all I'm asking for is it to be somebody fun. Because you saw the reaction. You saw how it set Danhausen back with his intro to everyone. He's won us over. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm saying us as in I was on board from the get-go because I love Danhausen. I cracked up when that crate opened and it was a casket. But everybody was very upset about that. Mm-hmm. Not because it was Danhausen, but because you thought it was your Jericho or your Page. But I think they got to nail this one. If they're teasing another surprise, can't let us down.
No, you cannot.
You finally had a good payoff with the Masked Men with Seth at Elimination Chamber. That was
good.
Top notch.
Yeah.
Don't let us down again with this. Who's on the other line?
Now they're just really. Now they're really drilling that into our heads. The Masked Man every week. Like, okay, dude, we get it. Like, what is this?
It's just funny to me that they're like, are they going to run an angle where the Masked Men show up at jail to break Seth out of jail now they got arrested? Because we'll talk about that in just a second. But yeah, I think it was nice to see Cardona get some TV time. Mm-hmm. And I just love the audience. No matter the level of babyface getting beat up, they're always going to chant one more time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Matt Cardona got his arm smashed. And they're like, one more time. One more time. Which, how do you jump in there to save the guy and not take the chair off his arm?
Right. Right. Nobody. No freaking body.
You knew Randy was stomping it as soon as he got clear, y'all. Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
They all just get down there and they're like, we can't touch him, but we can try and there's a force field around them.
Don't touch him. It's part of the story. Mm-hmm. How you feeling about your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, R-Truth and Damian Priest?
It's I'm not into it.
Not into the random tag team?
Not into a random tag team.
I did enjoy the fact that it looked like they didn't tell Damian Priest. When R-Truth pinned him, he legit was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was a fun little layer. Check out our part 2 this week. We're going to do random tag teams through history throughout WWE. R-Truth once again has inspired us for a history lesson this week. So, I'm glad that they finally got the belts off of the Wyatt's MFT nonsense. Yes. But where do you go from there? You had a thriving SmackDown tag team scene, and now you got Ciampa out of the company. Gargano is back in NXT. That was a pretty cool thing last night. He qualified for a NXT North American Championship by just falling on a guy because he's just laying around. But, I don't believe the Motor City Machine Guns. I don't believe the Garzas. So I really need a Street Profits revival here. That could spruce up the old SmackDown tag team here.
It really would.
And they said that they've been talking to him again, so
let's get them back, dude. I don't know why they're off TV.
I'm even good with a heel Street Profits if they come back and just decimate.
They teased that last time.
They did, and they didn't pull the trigger.
No, they did not.
They did pull the trigger on turning Me, Chin, and B-Fab, though. Looks like Jade Cargill got her little faction now.
Yes, she did.
How you feel about those three?
That's what she needs. Jade Cargill by herself is good, but like she needs a group. She needs some hench women, and that's what she's getting out of them. So Mishin and B-Fab are kind of the perfect, bodyguard types, and it's good for them to be teamed up with Jade. I mean, Jade is a star. Again, like I think back to when I started watching wrestling, and you really had to earn the title. Right. When I was watching Triple H was the champ, Kurt Angle was the champ, then Eddie Guerrero was the champ, then Randy Orton, then like JBL. Like it was all people that weren't just made overnight. And I'm not saying Jade Cargill is,
right,
but she kind of presents as such.
Yeah. That she hadn't had that "we believe you" moment in WWE yet. Like she went on that crazy streak. That was in AEW. Mm-hmm. They didn't really establish that when she got to WWE. Like I still wish she would have gotten one of the mid-card titles there for a little bit, but straight to the top. That's why I feel like they're really going to use WrestleMania to do a hard reset. I think we're going to see quite a bit of title changes.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a massive, because again, if the Bloodline reassembles, then it's a seismic shift in everything.
Oh, no doubt.
And I think they would have finally set up for their like Bloodline endgame, where it's like the entire Bloodline assembles against literally everybody.
Well, you said it best. They've even thrown the Marvel comparisons back around in creative that they want the Bloodline to have an endgame type-esque, which we didn't get the first go-around. About the only thing we didn't get from the 4 years of the Bloodline. I think
that's kind of what we need maybe with Saudi Arabia is like...
If we get to Saudi Arabia.
Not looking forward to that.
I wonder what the backup
That's the hard part.
I wonder what the backup city is, though.
Hopefully it's Atlanta. Because if it's Atlanta, we're going. My brother knows someone who has a suite at Mercedes-Benz. So
dope.
If we get an event at Mercedes-Benz, like I'm trying to get the entire suite for the crew.
That would be crazy.
For the Spandex crew.
So yeah, I'm happy too. I think you hit the nail on the head with it's nice to see Jade getting henchwomen. Mm-hmm. You're trying to, especially pairing her up with Rhea at WrestleMania, you're making her this super villain. Well, she fits the part. She looks the part. Now giving her these girls to do her bidding. And now Michin and B-Fab can wrestle and not have Jade hurt somebody.
Yeah, 100%. Hundo.
Looks like we're getting Trick Willie and Sami Zayn at Mania. That's what I gathered from their interaction. So I wouldn't be disappointed by that. It's better than some of the nonsense they could have Sami doing.
Not into it.
Not into it?
I feel okay about it. Honestly, okay. I feel like it's a bit of like a dud match. I think if we think about why WrestleMania Night 1 last year was so bad, it's because we put people together where it's like, this is a SmackDown match.
Right.
This is not, given what we're given every week on SmackDown and Raw.
I see what you're saying. You're okay with the idea of them against it. It just doesn't feel like a Mania match.
It is not a Mania match. Like, to me, like, Penta versus Dom is a Mania match. They're giving us that on Raw.
That was a great match, too.
So it's like,
shenanigans.
So when you're giving us that on Raw, like, I'm sorry, I need a little more.
Yeah. No, I get you. And I hope that's what they're trying to get to here. It started with Aleister Black, again, playing the Karrion Kross of it all.
See, to me, Aleister Black versus Trick Williams is a match I want to see.
I wouldn't mind if he got into that matches somehow.
Like, to me, Sami Zayn, it's like I need a story there because I'm not as much into the wrestling.
Okay.
Trick Williams and Aleister Black, I'm like, that is a wrestling match that I want to see and that I think could steal the show.
It very much so could.
When I think of Sami Zayn, I'm like, Trick Williams will almost do less.
Especially if they're teetering on turning Trick face. Having him overcome Aleister's shenanigans would put him right up there with that. Mm-hmm. That's a way better idea. I like that.
Yeah.
Will they do it?
No. If they give us a triple threat, I'm into that, but for what?
Right. To have Aleister, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. But it's just so funny to me that they have him playing the Karrion Kross. Mm-hmm. I mean, Ilya and Mela put on a banger, though. Like they do.
I mean, Carmelo Hayes is just incredible.
Yeah.
Just incredible. He's going to lose the title at Mania, I think, but he's incredible.
Who do you think he faces at Mania? I was hoping it was going to be Trick Williams. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't look like it looks like they're holding off on that. Like they're holding off on Ilya and Gunther too. These great feuds we got in their early stages of their WWE careers, just not pulling the trigger.
I really don't know who you put him against, but I think you got to put him against somebody. I think there needs to be, or you do a ladder match,
open challenge
ladder match or something. That'd be cool.
I just don't know who they're holding on to. Like there's not this year's Joe Hendry. You know what I mean? Like there's not we need to have an open challenge so we have this big surprise. Like Joe Hendry was awesome last year. Mm-hmm. But I don't know who, because you gave us Oba, you gave us Javon, you gave us Trick all on the main roster. I don't know.
Maybe Javon. Well, no, Javon's on Raw.
Yeah. Maybe if they're calling up Tony D'Angelo, this would be a good introduction.
Yeah. Sounds like they're doing Javon versus Kofi. Feels like that's what they're kind of setting up.
Yeah. And I like how Grayson's turning on Kofi. Mm-hmm. I really wish they would have something for Grayson. But I don't.
They ain't got nothing for him.
They ain't got nothing for him.
Nothing.
Hey, Brock got shown up by Obafemi one more time. How you digging the presentation of the ruler, Obafemi?
I'm into it. Yeah, I mean, like they're building this guy up. Like I think at this point he's got to beat Brock, or maybe they keep Brock around a little longer, set us up his retirement match. So maybe Obafemi puts up a good fight but loses to Brock. It sounds like Brock did an interview, and sounds like he's done.
I'm here to feed my kids.
Sounds like he's done here pretty soon.
So I think Oba goes over at Mania, but I think at some point Brock does have to get some offense in to make it believable.
Yeah, and then it sounds like WrestleMania is in Minneapolis. I'm sorry, SummerSlam's in Minneapolis, maybe. But that may be where Gunther retires him. All roads lead to him getting retired by Gunther.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They got to do something for it. Like, you had Gunther beat all these guys, retire all these. He retired Goldberg. He retired Cena. He retired Styles. And he getting on the Mania card?
Well, I thought he's going to do Rey Mysterio.
But Rey's hurt. You got to pivot. You got to get that guy on the card. Like, unless they're holding their breath and they think Rey's like a week away from coming back, and they're still going to pull that trigger last minute. But, like, not even to give my man airtime right now, when he was the hottest thing going, just seems criminal to me.
Yeah, it is.
It does look like we're getting Becky Lynch and AJ Lee running it back at WrestleMania.
Could do
if this was the end game, don't even have them have that match at Elimination Chamber.
Agreed.
And also, so, like, you're pivoting Bayley and Lyra to the tag match now?
It's a mess.
Like, they had Bayley, and now is Io in the Kabuki Warrior storyline, or is she in the Stephanie Liv Raquel storyline?
Yeah, where's Io in all this?
Like, they've done a really, really good job of pinpointing us in some of these storylines, but some of them are still just out here in left field. Because I think, what have we got so far? Is it 8 matches confirmed so far? The 2 women's matches, the two men's matches.
Yeah, just the promos just haven't been. They've been forced. They haven't felt right to me. Something feels off. Feels a little too much like acting. It's not. The wrestling's not supposed to feel like that.
No. Well, that's my whole thing. Is like, I just want a little bit, and I know we're still a month away. We still got 3 weeks away,
month, dude. We're 3 weeks away.
3 weeks away. So they got to start defining these things. Like, there's no. I want this card. Like, I loved those. The big thing about those Manias, what was it, 40 and 41, is we knew the card. We knew what we were getting into.
We didn't really know 41 as much. We knew 38, 39, and 40.
30. I was about to say the back-to-back years that they gave us the card, clear cut, right? Like, here's what we're doing.
39 and 40, yeah.
Those were great, and it showed.
Yeah.
I just wish they would. I wish we were already set into what was going, and we were heading in that direction.
Amen.
That's what I was saying.
Amen.
You know? How you feel about old Paul Heyman pulling the old fast one and getting old Seth Rollins arrested there?
I mean, again, like, they don't know what to do with this guy. He's in this storyline. He's in that storyline. Getting mixed signals. It's almost too much Paul Heyman.
I didn't know if you would say that. Okay.
Yeah, like, I'm a Paul Heyman guy, but it's like, dude, you don't even wrestle.
Yeah. To me, it looks like he's trying to carry this storyline with all of the vision just incapacitated.
Yeah, the vision's incapacitated, dude, and it's done.
The word is Braun is in the Performance Center this week trying to make a comeback for Mania.
I mean, that's what's got to happen for this thing to pay off at all.
Yeah. But that was, he's like, Braun,
you know, the only thing that's going to happen
Lesnar
is like
left. The only thing I can see is Seth causing Lesnar his match, like, just to get under Paul's skin. Like, that's the only way he can be injected into.
No, but you can't cross Seth and Brock again, really.
No. I don't want to see that match again, to be honest with you. Like, that's why I got so upset when Brock came out that time for Seth. I was like, I don't want to go back down this road.
Right.
And then Oba's music hit, and I was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, please save us, Oba. And he did. He did. Oba is here to save us, okay? So, yeah, it looks like we're getting a multi-team match for the women's title. The Irresistible Forces. Love that name. I love that we're actually getting a tag team out of this. They wear the same colors to the ring. They got one entrance music. Looks like them, the Bella Twins, Alexa, Charlotte, and now Bayley and Lyra are intertwined in this. And like I said, you know, the Io and the Kabuki Warriors of it all. I would rather Io and Raquel at this point than Io and the Warriors.
Io and Raquel?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great match.
That's a fantastic match. It could steal one of the nights.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Raquel's been solid in the ring.
Raquel's going to be champ here pretty soon.
Y'all know how I feel about Io. I will die on that hill that she is the best female in-ring performer today.
Raquel will be taking the title off of Liv Morgan once Liv wants it.
I agree with you on that. So why not build her up here with a banger of a match with Io? Have her go over Io at Mania. That immediately just pow. Pow. Especially if you're building her up to be the Diesel to Liv's Shawn Michaels. Come on. It's right there. Finn got a little redemption. Got the coup de grace. JD. Cost Dirty Dom his match against Penta.
Love to see it.
Another great match from Dom and Penta.
Seriously, again, I don't know why they're not saving that match for Mania.
I would be okay with Finn and JD at Mania and Dom and Penta. Like, I know we got to start cutting them at some point. Like, I know we can't have, or can we have 20 matches at WrestleMania?
We're probably going to get, what, 5? No, probably like 6 or 7 a night.
I think they want 7 or 8 a night.
7 or 8. That's too many.
That's too many. Here, I posted what the card looks like so far. So right now we got 6 confirmed matches. We got Cody, Orton, Punk, Roman, Vaquer, Liv, Jade, Rhea, Oba, Brock, and Becky and AJ. Those are confirmed. So we got 6. Let's say they do 8 matches a night. And we get 16 matches. So we're 6 out of 6. We got 10 more matches that they possibly could hit us with.
Within the next, like, just bing, 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 just bring them in real quick.
Well, you know there's going to be a women's title match. Like, what are the other ones that they haven't, like, actually... Well, we got Jacob and Drew, so that's 7. Have they not confirmed that yet?
No.
Okay, interesting. Maybe Mellow Open Challenge, that's 8. Whatever they do with the women's titles, this could, I mean, it could get up to 16 quick with the feuds that they currently have going on. I just hope the right ones get moved to Raw and SmackDown before and after. Yeah. You know how they always are like, these are the blow-off feuds that didn't quite make it on the Mania card. We got to put them on SmackDown.
Backlash.
Which you're already at the venue, so that SmackDown before Mania feels pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Or in the city, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, the SmackDown before Mania is always a good vibe.
I'm saying you've been there in person.
It feels like a very important part of WrestleMania weekend. You know, it really does. And that's where they do have people like Carmelo Hayes and stuff like that, like really show out.
Yeah. I'd be okay with an open challenge on SmackDown and then an open challenge on WrestleMania.
That's probably what they'll have.
Jay's gone crazy. Got to end the show on the way Raw ended. The Bloodline attacking CM Punk. And Jay was the aggressor this time. I do want it to be shown that main event Jay was telling Roman, you get him.
Yeah, we need the Bloodline just wreaking havoc.
How do you feel about more of a vocal Jay trying to lead things?
Love it.
Because that could cause a lot of turmoil between him and Roman pretty quick.
Love that.
They build it up to tear it back down again.
Yeah, we just run that one again, dude. Like, literally, it's 2021 all over again.
Yeah.
2020. Whenever they did that whole, Hell in a Cell feud and stuff.
Yeah, that was a great match, too, by the way. Not the brothers, but Roman and Jay.
Mm-hmm.
LA Knight helped the Usos versus the Vision earlier in Raw, and then they together put CM Punk through the table.
Love it.
I don't know how the LA Knight of this all figures out. It's funny to see that, against the Vision, the Usos are the good guys, but against CM Punk, they're the bad guys. And then I just love the warning. Big Jim gave CM Punk, hey, my brother's lost it.
Mm-hmm.
Go out there at your own risk.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, Jay has lost it. So I'm excited about this dynamic, man. The whole Bloodline part of it, they finally escalated the promos. You know, I'm like, the talking was just too much, man.
Too much.
You ran through all your cut downs. You ran through all the things you could say.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nice to see it get physical. And I'm excited for a title change at Mania. I think Roman's going to take that title back.
Oh, absolutely. And CM Punk's going to go bye-bye for a while.
Yeah, I think he's going to take some time off.
Yeah.
So, well, any parting thoughts? Anything as we're on this road to WrestleMania?
Let's just solidify some things. What are we doing with our man LA Knight? Yeah, what are we doing with Gunther? What are we doing with Seth Rollins? What are we doing with these guys? Figure it out.
Figure it out.
I miss the old days of to your point, just you knew what the matches were. Even if there were just 5 of them, we knew what 5 they were going to be. Mm-hmm.
I was looking back at some of these Mania cards. I'm like, that's all they have? Okay. Well, yeah, that's it for us this week. Check out all the great content on our YouTube page. Hit the subscribe wherever you're watching or listening. We appreciate you. And we'll see you next time.